Hi, my name is ZaKaiRan and welcome to my video podcast, How to Retire Young and Retire Rich Rather Than Poor, where I'm going to show you how to retire young and retire rich, because who wants to retire old and decrepit and retire in debt? So, I hope you enjoy my video podcast. Hi, my name is ZaKaiRan, and I help success-minded people create the happy, abundant lifestyle you love. If you get something from this video, please share it with your friends. Come visit me at ZaKaiRan.com for more amazing, success-oriented videos and podcasts and articles and books to help you become a conscious, deliberate creator of a reality so that you can have the health, wealth, and abundance and freedom that you desire. All right, here we go. How to retire young and how to retire rich rather than retiring poor and in debt. The majority of people on earth plan on retiring poor. Most people do. They plan on retiring poor rather than rich. Statistically, only 1 in 100 people at the age of 65 is rich, and only 4 are well off financially. The rest rely upon government retirement benefits to survive, or they are dead. If they're relying upon government benefits for their survival, that means they are also more than likely retiring in debt. When my girlfriend's parents died, she inherited their debt. So she had to declare bankruptcy to clear that debt. I mean, what kind of bullshit is that? Now, I don't know about you, but in my opinion, that is no way to live and no way to die and no way to leave any, your legacy. You're supposed to leave your children a legacy of improved wealth, not debt. So why do most people retire poor and retire in debt? It's because they planned it that way. None of those 95 out of 100 people had an exit strategy to retire rich rather than poor. None of them dedicated any time whatsoever to building their financial education so that they knew what to do with their money and how to invest it so that they could retire rich or at least well off. They all just worked hard and kept their heads down and tried to keep from drowning. Only 5 out of 100 did anything at all different than just work hard and pay their freaking bills. And not only did none of those 95 people plan on retiring rich or well off, they planned on retiring poor. Yes, they planned it. They did not know they were planning it, but nevertheless, they did, because planning on retiring with only a government pension to live on is planning on retiring poor, because the income you receive from the government is 20 to 40% less than the income you received while you were working. And how anyone imagined that they can survive on that is living in fantasy land. That's why 5 out of 100 are still working. 5 out of 100 are still working after retirement age because they can't afford not to. They can't live on just those retirement benefits. They're not working because they want to, out of the joy of their heart, but because they have to. So why are so many people retiring poor and in debt rather than retiring how they should be, where they now have tons of free time and tons of money, but of course instead they're retiring with tons of free time but no money to enjoy that freedom? It's because they were trained to live that way. In school and in the home and in normal society, we are trained in the old school, industrial age perception of study hard, get good grades, get a good job, work 40 years of your life for 40 hours per week, and retire on 40% less income than when you were working. That's the 40-40-40 plan. Because supposedly you're now old and decrepit and your needs are few, and all you need to do is watch TV and decay and die. That's how we were all trained to live, unless you were trained in a more affluent household that was centered around business and employing those 95 people rather than being one of them. But if you're smart, no matter how you were trained, you'll start thinking about how you can retire rich rather than retiring poor, as per the inspiration for this article from the amazing Robert Kiyosaki in his book Retire Young and Retire Rich. If you're smart and you'd rather be in the 5% that retires with enough money to be able to do what you want whenever you want, and at least travel the world, and if you have a desire to take it even one step further, and maybe instead of planning on retiring rich at 65, you'd like to even better if you could retire rich at 30 or 40 or 50, well, you can, but you've got to get busy educating yourself financially. You got to start self-educating yourself about business and sales and marketing and investing, because you certainly didn't get that in quote-unquote normal education. You got to start reading 10 pages of success, business, marketing, sales, and self-development and law of attraction training every single day. And you got to be watching and listening to videos and podcasts in those same subjects. And you got to start getting a side business going for yourself, because your job alone only has one strategy, and that is retire poor at 65 years of age or older. But a side business or a side investment plan has unlimited financial potential. And then you can proudly say, like the famous success speaker Jim Rohn, who said for many years while he was building his business, I'm working my full-time job while I build my fortune part-time. And he built that fortune part-time until he was able to fire his boss and build his fortune full-time. So what's your exit strategy? What's your game plan? Is it the hope and pray strategy that your fairy godmother will show up at the last minute and wave her magic wand and make you instantly rich without you having to do anything? Which is basically what the lottery is. Is the lottery your fairy godmother game plan to get rich and escape the rat race? If that's your game plan, I think you need to rethink your strategy. Or is your strategy the throw money on the proverbial wall strategy to see if any of that shit sticks, like a lot of people nowadays are doing with cryptocurrency and to a lesser degree with mutual funds? But, both cryptocurrency and mutual funds are worthwhile investments, as long as the stock market keeps going up and cryptocurrency goes up. Unless it's doing what it's doing right now, which is going down, and everybody who's in cryptocurrency is losing their ass. But if that is your only strategy, you're casting your future to the wind and the whims of society, because the cryptocurrency and the stock market is only going up if people are buying. If they're selling, it's going down. The hope and pray method and the throw money up against the wall methods may work out great for you. You might get lucky. They might leave you, or they might leave you poorer and more in debt than the old-fashioned pension retirement plans. The point is, if you want to retire rich and retire young, you're going to have to take a much more active role in the building of your financial empire and your financial success than just throwing money here and there and hoping for the best. As per the guidance of countless success teachers like Tony Robbins and Robert Kiyosaki, you can't rely upon governments and mutual funds to ensure your financial well-being. No one on earth is going to look after you in the manner you truly desire and deserve to live at. Only you. And it's no one else's job to take care of you anyway. It's not the government's duty to take care of you. That's your job. It's not businesses or corporations' job or your children's job or your parents' jobs or your grandparents' job to take care of you. That's your job on all levels. Most people rely upon other people for their physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual survival because they don't understand the power they hold within them that is waiting to burst out and express itself. And that is the power of your mind and your focus and your mood in unison with the law of attraction to create literally anything you desire. So if you have a desire to retire young and retire rich, read all about Robert Kiyosaki's book, including Retire Rich and Retire Young, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, etc., and develop a retire rich and retire young attitude, because the how doesn't matter when your attitude is right. And that's good because you probably don't really have a good rich game plan and get rich business and get rich investment strategy yet. But that's totally fine. All is not lost because you must start somewhere. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And the best place to start and the most powerful place to start is within your own mindset. Because success and wealth and happiness is 99% mindset. And your own mindset is the only thing you actually have any control over. You don't have any control over external reality. You only have control over yourself and your own mindset and your own thinking processes. Yes, of course, you do have to take action too, especially inspired action, but without the proper mindset where you develop a solid belief that you can and will succeed and you will get rich and you retire young, without that success mindset and belief that you can actually achieve that, your actions will be impotent and have no traction. You'll just be running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Without the proper mindset, you're just trying the hope and pray fairy godmother strategy. You're acting like a desperate gambler, which is how most people live their lives, and especially in regards to money. The lottery strategy is not a valid strategy to retire young and retire rich. But a lottery mentality where you believe in unlimited magical possibilities, like you could become rich with the lottery, is an amazing strategy. Through the guidance of my source, the guidance from Abraham and Tony Robbins and countless years of writing and reciting my own affirmations every single day and teaching the optimal use of affirmations and visualizations and meditation and sound and so forth, I consider myself to be the king of affirmations. And I came up with a little fun exercise entitled, What Miracles Could Happen Today? Where I take my businesses and my dreams and my desires on all levels, from money to love to relationships to wealth to freedom to adventure to travel, to music, to acting, to etc. And I just let my imagination run wild. And I wrote down what amazing, miraculous things could happen to make my dreams come true. And I wrote down all kinds of wonderful things and possibilities that could happen to easily help me get what I want. Enter the magical world of allowing magical, wonderful, and miraculous things to happen so that I could succeed in my businesses and get rich and travel, etc., and get anything and everything I want in miraculous ways, because I know that the how is not my business. Only the why is my business. Why I want something, why I want what I want is my main concern and focus, and that is only my concern and focus. But how to get what I want is Source's job. So it's really a fun process to write down the magical, miraculous, unexpected ways that Source, God, all that is, the universe, law of attraction could create all the amazing cooperative elements that the universe could arrange to help me make my dreams come true. And attract to me all the people and all the money and all the opportunities, etc., so that my dreams and desires can easily manifest. So, I highly recommend doing that process and do it over and over again. Read what you've written for a little while, a week or so, sort of like an affirmation set, but then throw it away and do it again. And come up with more miraculous, amazing ways that Source and the universe and the law of attraction could arrange the cooperative elements in life to make your dreams come true. You see, you do have a fairy godmother, and she is your source self. But she won't give you what you want despite yourself. In other words, if you say you want more money, but you are focused on not having enough money, if you're focused more on not having what you want, and you're begging rich people, or you're bitching and moaning and complaining about this, that, and the other thing that you believe is keeping you from getting the money you want, then the having what you want, your fairy godmother has no choice but to give you more of what you want. And what you're implying, what you want, is more of not having what you want. Do you get it? If you bitch, moan, and complain about not having what you want, your fairy godmother, the universe, has no choice but to just keep giving you more of what you don't want. So, in this case, what you're telling your fairy godmother that what you want is more lack of money, because that is where you keep focusing your attention. And your fairy godmother, your source, says, ding, your wish is your command. You don't want more of what you want? Do you want more lack of what you want? You hate this and you hate that? Well, we'll give you more of that. Ding! So if you want to retire young and retire rich, you've got to see that happening. You got to pay attention. You got to be aware. You can't focus on a lack of money and on an abundance of money at the same time. Doesn't work. You can't focus on the lack of money in your bank account and at the same time expect it to somehow magically fill up. You get it to fill up with dough by seeing it full of money. You can't feel poor and feel rich at the same time. So regardless of the status of your finances, you got to feel rich. Which brings us back to mindset. You can't have a poor mindset and expect rich miracle things to happen. Your fairy godmother will be out to lunch because she does not ever focus on lack and limitation. She never ever focuses on the lack of whatever you want. Your source only focuses on your abundance and your wealth and your happiness and your well-being. And if you're focused on lack and not enough, and I'm not good enough, or I'm unworthy, or I'm powerless, or I'm helpless, or I'm a victim, or money is hard to come by, or relationships are hard to come by, and life is hard, and relationships are hard, and love is hard, and lack, limitation, not enough, well, you're going to feel alone and abandoned by God, because God, source, all that is not ever focused in that limiting direction. As far as source is concerned, you're already rich and happy and healthy and fulfilled, and you will be rich, happy, and fulfilled in physical reality as soon as you align your mindset and your vibration to that source and that reality. And you do that by preparing and pre-paving your vibration every single day with meditation and introspection and visualization and affirmations and journaling and reading success material. First thing in the morning when you are fresh and still have the source vibration fresh within you from sleeping that night, because every night you disconnect from attraction and you enter complete connection to source. And over time, you build momentum of a mindset of miracles, where miracles become an average part of your life. You're in the right place at the right time, doing the right things with the right people, and money and opportunities and businesses and support on all levels just comes your way naturally, easily, to help you easily and effortlessly create your desires into your physical reality. Multi-million-dollar ideas flow into your mind every single day. More ideas than you will have time to create in this or any other lifetime, and every day is exciting, and you are always in an inspired, creative, and passionate state. And it doesn't matter what hasn't manifested yet, because you understand that you are an immortal creator, and you never get done creating what you want, ever, 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 ever. And you can't get anything wrong because you're never done creating. And the contrast of what you don't want and don't have yet is you embrace, not curse, because what you don't like and don't want gives you focus and clarity about what you do want and do like and want more of. It gives you direction about where to focus your energy towards what you do want. And your life just gets better and better and better, and you'll live happily ever after, because dreams do come true. Fairies are real, and your fairy godmother is real, your source is real, and magic does happen every single day. And you are proof of that fact, because you are here and you are a miracle. And every day you are creating more miracles with your thoughts and with your focus. You are a miracle, and your life is a miracle, and everyone is a miracle, and all of creation is a miracle. And the sooner you realize that, the more fun you will have, the healthier you will be, and the richer you will get. In mind, body, spirit, and financially. And you can retire young and retire rich. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video podcast. I hope you got something from it. Please share with your friends if you did. Tell me how much you liked it. Come visit me at ZaKaiRan.com for more self-empowering videos and podcasts and articles and books and products and coaching and support and guidance to help you become a conscious, deliberate creator of reality to create and attract the happiness, health, wealth, and abundance and freedom that you desire. My name is ZaKaiRan, and I help success-minded people create the happy, healthy, wealthy, and abundant lifestyle you love. Thanks again for watching this video or listening to this podcast, and I wish you immense joy and abundance and fun and adventure on your magnificent journey of divine creation. And remember to make life a holiday. Woohoo!